The purchase of our new home was really smooth and easy.
Everything's included and it was move-in ready.
Oh my God, he is the best person that we could find as a home consultant.
They do really set you at ease and they inform you every step of the way, which I like.
This whole process, I mean, it just went seamless.
With Lennar, they made it very easy for me.
It went way easier than I thought, so that's, always a good thing.
We really liked that everything was included with the Lennar without having to sacrifice quality.
I just knew as soon as I walked in the door that this is what I wanted.
I think the thing I loved the most about the house was that we got everything we wanted in the floor plan.
The features that are inside the home that other builders consider upgrades, Lennar considers them standard.
What I love most about my Lennar home is it was a one-stop shop for me. Going into the sales office and seeing that everything was included, it truly was, everything was included.
What we love most about our Lennar home is the fact that we were able to basically pick and choose the floor plan to the appliances and really cater it to our specific need.
The energy bill is always, my main concern, but in this house, we wake up in the morning, we have to actually go outside to see what the temperature is, and the bills have been really low, the electric bill.
The fact that it's home. It's the first home that we have lived in that we have called home. It wasn't just a place to live. It wasn't just a house. It's home.
Well, our sales consultant was Steve, and he was very, very helpful. He had the answer to every question we had. He took the time to walk us through the home and point out the things that we noticed and other things that we weren't aware of.
Our experience with our new home consultant, German, was outstanding. I couldn't have asked for any better person to help us purchase this home. He understood that we were new home buyers. We've never been in this process before, and he was there for us every step of the way.
They took the time to learn about me, took the time to learn about my kids and what they were looking for in a new home, and they took that extra step to make sure that I was going to be happy with the future home that I was going to purchase.
Our construction manager was Terrence, and he was great from beginning to end. I had a lot of questions about what was happening now and what was happening next, and he was able to explain why and what was going on.
My experience with my construction manager, Casey, she too was just as wonderful. She would answer questions. I could email her, I could call her, I could send her a text message, and I immediately would receive a response, and it wasn't just a simple response. She would go into detail and take the time to answer any questions or concerns that I had.
We had a very pleasant experience with our construction manager. He gave us all the information up front whenever we had questions. I mean, we were on a text and call basis, and he's still, after we bought the house, been helping us out with some things. And I can call him at 6 o'clock at night and he'll answer me and give me everything I need to know.
It was really nice that they got to know us and we got to know them through the process. They always communicate, and they want to know our concern. Anything they're missing, they wanted to know from us. So it really feels like they were personalizing everything for us.
It's funny because we're first-time buyers, and we went around and we visited all kinds of different places, different home builders, and we got things like, oh wait a minute, you want grass. Well, then that's going to be a little extra. And so we just kind of assumed that was how it was. And we happened to stop by Lennar, and you weren't charging us for grass, and we actually, again, we got everything that we wanted, and we didn't have to pay extra for it.
I think that we both were really overwhelmed and thought that it wasn't really possible for us, because you always hear about these stories of it's going to be so difficult. You have to be at the construction site every single day. You have to talk to all these vendors. You don't really know what's going on. Oh, they're not going to include the refrigerator. They're not going to include crown molding. So stuff like that I think really stressed us out. So once we found Lennar, we thought, okay, everything's included. We don't have to worry about not having doorknobs or just random fixtures like that wouldn't be included.
Right, and then in transplanting from another city, you're temporarily buying time in an apartment, and thus a timeline of when you'll be able to move in is pretty important, and they stick to that timeline pretty well, and it made it a lot easier on us to coordinate, you know, our move-in. So,
you know, I mean, I had a preconceived notion that buying a house would be one of the most stressful things you ever do in your life, and Lennar made that 180 degrees different.
Lennar exceeded our expectations with the home buying process, because you hear the stories and the pushback dates and things of that nature, but every issue was resolved and it became so much smoother, and at the end we sat back and said, wow, that wasn't that bad.
Lennar exceeded our expectations in every way. I mean, from the buying process to the design center to the time frame when they decided to get our house going, it was available the exact day that they said it was going to be available for move-in. We moved in. I would buy another Lennar home easily.
The simple fact that I enjoyed dealing with the staff at Lennar, everybody was professional, friendly, and made it enjoyable.
We chose a Lennar home under the everything's included aspect. We didn't have to worry about all the extras after the fact. We got the washer and dryer, the appliances, the blinds, everything was included. We moved in, turnkey, off we went, and we were in the door.
It had to have been the everything included. You know, it wasn't that you were upselling me on every little thing every time I turned around. There wasn't a list of things that, oh, if you want the house you want, then this is really how much it's going to cost. And you know, I didn't believe it at first or the second time that everything actually came with the house, but it did.
I think for us, we shopped around to several different places and not everything was included. That was something that was really important to us. So us going back to the same thing of this was our first home buying experience and home building experience. So it was really important to us that we didn't feel like we were getting nickel and dimed for things that weren't going to be included.
We really liked the everything's included aspect of it, you know, not having to figure out, you know, what appliances and what things we needed to buy after buying the home, just having everything there in the house. That was a big bonus for us.
If I were to recommend Lennar to friends, which I have, I would say consider them and pretty much don't look anywhere else. It's everything you need. It was a great experience. The people are great, and we are so glad that we did not go any other route except with Lennar.
Yes, I would definitely recommend Lennar to a friend. Not only are you getting a great house, but you're also getting the customer service. Customer service with Lennar is awesome. They're always there for you. Anything you need, any questions you have to ask, they're always there for you.
I would definitely recommend them. Have, you know, many times since we've moved in and would continue. And like Philip said, we were recommended by his family member, so it's a great builder.
I've already recommended Lennar to a few different friends of mine that are looking in the area. I would tell them what my experience was like. It was simple, it was friendly, it felt like home to me. It's definitely a great option.
Yeah, I would definitely say just get ready to be amazed at the customer service, at how amazing your home's going to look, and just the overall experience.
I would tell them just what their slogan is. When they say everything's included, they mean it. I told my mom over and over again, she's like, oh, you'll have to buy blinds. Oh, you'll have to buy the... I'm like, no, seriously, Mom, Lennar, everything's included. It's ready to move in. And that's what I would tell anybody. If you want to have a great, easy experience, even a fun experience buying a house, where you can get everything that you want at a great price, then choose Lennar.